everyone, welcome to CircleTalks, Asia's first wellness show by CircleDNA. Today we're at Asaya Holistic Center in Rosewood Hotel, and I'm with Vivienne Tang, founder of travel and wellness publication Destination Deluxe. Vivienne and I just took a crash course in aromatherapy, so today we're gonna be making our own oils. So first off, we have to start with our base oils. Here we have jojoba. I always thought that was called jojoba. Jojoba oil, apricot oil. And so jojoba is good for the current weather. It's hydrating, whereas apricot is more for winter, more for the dry skin. So let's start off with 30 millimeters of jojoba. I'll go first. Oh, I feel like a scientist. Oh, I think I went a little over, but it's okay. I'm gonna go for the calming and de-stressing, as well as, as well as the spices for confidence. So I love peppermint. I'm gonna pick that.
I'll go for sage, something clearing.
Awesome. And I'm gonna go for geranium because I like the way that word sounds.
I'll go for lavender. Or hang on, should I go for fennel's kind of detoxing?
Go for fennel.
Fennel?
Yeah, she said we should choose two from each line. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go for ginger.
Are you taking 3?
Yep, just 2, ginger and cinnamon. Okay. Yeah, so 4 oils each.
4 oils each, okay. Let's have a look. Maybe I'll go for chamomile and sandalwood.
Excellent. And now it's 4 drops each. So let's mix our oils. 1, 2, 3, 4. We actually can't put too much of these aromatherapy oils inside, or else it's going to be too concentrated and actually like harsh on our skin. A lot of people get allergies from aromatherapy oils, so the correct amount is very essential.
So you said 4 each?
Yep, 4 drops each. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's so awesome that you get to mix your own oils here to tailor to your needs.
Okay, let me stir it. Good. So we're ready. Oh, yours has
yeah, mine has some color. Did you mix it thoroughly?
I think so.
Try. Ooh, that cinnamon smells really nice. How does it smell? I think you're supposed to just take a little drop and smear it on the back of your hand. How does yours smell?
Oh, interesting.
Wow, yours is very floral.
Green.
Yeah?
Yeah. What was that? What did you put in?
I put in,
oh, maybe it's like,
I think it's
ginger.
the,
the vetiver.
and the cinnamon that stood out to me. I like it. So let's head to the Tranquility Lounge now so we can have a proper conversation. Such a beautiful day today.
Yeah.
I'm really glad I have this moment to sit down with you and chat.
Yeah.
So I know you've been in the publishing industry for a long time. You started out as a fashion editor. Can you tell us how you transitioned from being a fashion editor to having your own publication dedicated to wellness and travel?
Yeah. So when I was still a fashion editor, I started to become more and more interested in wellness. And so back then I started, this is like 15 years ago. So then I started one of the first holistic wellness magazines, online magazines in Hong Kong. It was called The Source Asia. And so I just...
The Source Asia.
The Source Asia. As in like the source. And so I started that, and while I was still working in fashion, and it was a way for me to fuse wellness and publishing. Became more and more interested in wellness, and eventually I got a job at Asia Spa magazine back then. And so that was a way for me to kind of continue on that path and you know, fusing more travel as well with wellness. And so eventually I revamped the Source Asia and made it more global.
more travel oriented as well, and that became Destination Deluxe.
Amazing. I see all your beautiful pictures all the time of retreats you're going to, spas you're going to, in all these exotic locations. But I do want to get to the root of it, like why did you become interested in wellness?
So yes, I was working in fashion for so long, and I mean, fashion is quite superficial at the end of the day, especially in Hong Kong. It can be quite commercial. And so I just became more interested in wellness, and I had my own wellness journey as well. I was going through a bit of a rough time, and I was looking for a lot of answers in life, and I did a lot of soul searching back then. I started to learn different wellness healing techniques, like Reiki, energy healing, that type of stuff, kinesiology. And I started a meditation practice as well. So I was going to weekly guided meditations. Eventually I started to incorporate that in my own daily routine. And so, yeah, I just, and this was, back when nobody was interested in wellness.
Exactly.
And so I really felt like people needed a platform where they could read about that, where they could learn about wellness. And it was more about sort of empowering other people, so they could help themselves, basically, through meditation or breath work or sound healing or whatever it is. And so it was really a way for me to guide people and to educate people about wellness.
Thank you for sharing. I completely agree with that sentiment. I remember 15 years ago, nobody was talking about wellness.
Yeah.
What even is wellness? And today we have such a beautiful space like Asaya Holistic Wellness Center. They don't even want to call themselves a spa because they're a holistic wellness center offering a multitude of services, not just massages. So can you tell me some of the best holistic wellness places you've been to in the world?
It's so hard to pick because there's so many beautiful places, especially in Asia. There's a lot of beautiful retreats. Some of my favorites, definitely Kamalaya and Vipassana.
I've actually been there twice,
Oh, really?
and I love it. Yeah. They really, how I describe it? Everyone laughs at me when I say this, but I describe it as like a Poke Center for humans. I don't know if you ever played Pokemon, but they go out to battle and they get hurt, and then they go to this center to rejuvenate and recover basically. And I really feel like And I really feel like Kamalaya gave me that experience. And I feel like, a lot of people living in this modern world, hustling, bustling city, sometimes you just need that so badly.
Yeah, I think, especially at the moment, I think there are a lot of people who are burnt out, who are totally stressed out, and who kind of need a place where they can, reboot and recharge. So yeah, places like that are amazing for that. Como, Shambhala in
Bali. I haven't been there yet, but I would love to go.
Just the location itself is just so nurturing and soothing because you've got the rock pools and everything. It's just so nice to be in nature and just let nature heal you even, even if you're not doing all the treatments and everything, just being there just changes your whole mindset. And so a lot of places, a lot of destinations, especially in Asia, people who follow me, they know that I love Raja Ampat in Indonesia because it's just so remote. And there's a lot of places where you don't get Wi-Fi, so you're almost doing a digital detox.
I'm so sorry, is that a resort or is that a city?
It's a place, And the oceans there is protected. It's a protected area. So you can't fish, and so marine life is thriving, and so it's just beautiful to be there doing snorkeling or diving or just being on an island there. And it's just, but there's a lot of other places like that, like Maldives, for example. I mean, yes, it could be a bit more commercial, but just being there, every time I go, I feel like my mind declutters because it's just so serene. It's automatically your mind will just...
I understand.
It just becomes more and more still.
I understand.
Over the time that you spend there. So there's a lot of amazing places.
So now that we can't travel or it's not as safe to travel, how have you been staying well in Hong Kong, and how have you been keeping your publication and business afloat?
So I think it's really important that we have a self-practice. Like I practice meditation, I do breath work, I do this release technique, for example, just to function basically, right? Because we're all so stressed. I think there's a lot of things that are triggering people at the moment because we can't travel and move about the way we want to. And in terms of the publication, so last year we did a lot of custom media, so we were creating a lot of content for wellness and travel brands. And then this year we've been focusing solely on Destination Deluxe, which is actually quite nice because we've been able to focus like 200% on Destination Deluxe, and that's really helped it to grow a lot more quickly than we would normally do. So that's been really nice. But yeah, I think with the current situation that we're in, I think a lot of people have been forced to really work on themselves and to find different techniques to empower themselves. I think that's been really beautiful. So yeah, we can see a lot of people, who are learning breath work for the first time and really using that at home by themselves to help them on their wellness journey and help them heal. And I think that's been really nice. Yeah.
I'm intrigued by that release technique you mentioned earlier.
So there's a couple here in Hong Kong who practice this technique. They're Ariel and Chris. And so they've created this foundation which runs on a donation basis. And so it's free of charge, so people can join their Zoom classes where they practice this release technique. So it's basically about releasing the tension that you're creating. So let's say you have an issue or a reoccurring thought that is bothering you. There's tension around it. So the idea is to decompress. So you would think about it, and you would breathe into it, and you would decompress, and you would release the tension, and that then releases the issue. Yeah. It's really interesting, and it's very quick in the way it works. Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah, there's many techniques. There's so many techniques.
And what was your experience with Reiki like?
So I experienced Reiki for the first time when I was 15. So then, like, my wellness journey has been a long journey. It's energy healing at the end of the day. So then, you receive energy, and it will, the practitioner will hold space for you, and you will be able to shift through whatever you're going through. So that's. You've never tried it?
I've never tried Reiki.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
you should.
I've never tried Reiki in my life.
Yeah.
I've tried. I think it's called biotherapy. I'm not really sure, but I've tried breath work.
Okay. Yeah. What kind of breath work have you tried? Like
it's called like qigong.
Okay.
Yeah. So just focusing on your breathing. Yeah. And circulation.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite interesting.
Yeah. There's many different breathing techniques.
Yes. Are there any particular treatments you would recommend to people in Hong Kong?
So like the holistic treatments that we've just talked about, like breathwork, sound healing is a good one, especially for people who are sort of in their mind all the time. Sound healing really helps to just let go and release, and you can kind of disconnect from your mind a bit. Obviously, there's a lot of other treatments that I like, beauty treatments, like the oxygen treatment from nutraceuticals, for example, that has great results. But I'm a huge fan of holistic wellness. So then, there's all these treatments that I love to try.
Did you say intraceuticals or
intraceuticals? That does the oxygen treatment.
Oh.
Yeah, for the face.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what kind of, do you eat very healthily normally?
I try my best. I've tried different diets, and actually that's why I'm really interested in getting the DNA results from CircleDNA, because I really want to see what they recommend in terms of nutrition. Because I've tried so many different things, like I've done keto, I've eaten according to my my blood type. Like I've tried all these different things. So I'm really curious to find out what it will recommend.
What has worked for you so far and what hasn't?
Ultimately, I think I've realized that doing like different diets for like a few weeks doesn't really work, because you then end up falling back into
Yes.
like doing keto for like 2 months and then going back to your normal habits isn't that great. But I think having just a regularly like a regular healthy diet helps, and just trying not to eat too much processed products, refined sugar, that kind of stuff. I'm trying to cook by myself a lot more, and just knowing what you're putting in your food.
Yeah, consistency is key.
Yeah, and just I mean, I still eat a lot of carbs, and I still eat my potatoes. I love potatoes. So then, like,
potatoes are good for you.
Yes, exactly. So then, like, I think choosing healthy fats and just making sure you're making healthier choices as opposed to as opposed to getting rid of something in your diet entirely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And what about sleep, stress and sleep?
I try to sleep more. I tend to wake up early, so then I tend to just...
You're an early bird, I feel.
Yeah. And then if I can sleep, I try to meditate. But yeah, I would like to sleep more, because I do feel like sleep is one of the best healing tools.
I 100% agree. Well, our DNA test will actually also tell you how much sleep you need based on your DNA, or how much is like optimal for you.
Amazing, yeah.
So you'll be able to find that out as well.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Back to traveling, because I'm so preoccupied with it because we can't go anywhere right now. I just wanted to ask, what are some of the most far-flung destinations you've been to, and what was your experience there?
There's a lot of places I haven't been to. I still haven't visited South America, for example, but some of the most beautiful places, like I said, like Raja Ampat in Indonesia is stunning, and at the moment still quite remote. So then obviously it will become a lot more touristy as time goes by. So it would be good to go now. I've been to the Sahara Desert, like the beginning of the Sahara Desert.
Is there a wellness retreat there?
No. So I just went for. I love the desert because it's a little bit like Maldives, because it's just like there's nothing there. It's just the sand, the sun, and you, And I think that really, it really increases the connection that you have with yourself, because there's no distraction. And I think that really, creates a stronger bond with yourself. Like you're really forced to look at your issues and, the thoughts that are running through your head all the time. So it's, I love stuff like that. My dream is to go on a 10-day Vipassana, like a silent meditation retreat.
10 days?
Yeah, 10 days.
Oh my gosh.
No phones, no books.
That's your dream?
That's my dream. At the moment, because of email, social media, I just don't have the capacity to.
Have you ever done a silent retreat before?
Not such a long one. Like I've done like maybe a few days, something like that. But I would love to, because for Vipassana you have to start with a 10-day course, and then later, once you've done the 10-day one, you can do a shorter one.
I think I might go mad. Like,
some people struggle, obviously, and then others find it really soothing. Obviously, it's a challenge. It's
Did you struggle with the 3-day one?
No, I quite enjoy it. Like because I already have a meditation practice. I think I really just you end up going a lot deeper, and you really get to know yourself, which I think is quite beautiful. And for other people, that's scary. I don't know.
Yeah, would you recommend that to people? Say people like me?
I think when you start, you should start just like sitting by yourself for an hour, just doing that on a regular basis. Doing like
an entire hour.
Yeah, because if you're on a silent retreat, you'll be meditating for like 8 hours. Yeah. And so I think it's like a muscle that you practice. It's like, you start an hour a every day, and then you increase it.
Mm.
You know, maybe do like a whole Sunday, and then you just increase it. Yeah. But I think what people struggle with the most is not having any kind of distraction, because you can't even bring books and stuff like that.
Wow. So what do you do all day?
You're just with your thoughts and yourself.
Oh gosh.
So, yeah, but it's really, I mean, some people find it really liberating because it's really stripping away all that chatter in your mind, and you know.
And you probably emerge as a whole different person too.
So some people do, yeah. You know, some people change their whole life and careers and relationships after a retreat like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where would you like to do something like that?
So there's Vipassana places all around the world. I would love to go to one in Thailand somewhere, because obviously you get to enjoy amazing Thai food.
Yeah.
On your retreat. There's 2 in Hong Kong. Yeah.
Wow.
2 here. Yeah. So I think the only chance for me to do one would be over Christmas, because it's like that's like the only time where like my clients will give me some time off. But they get booked up very, very quickly. So you have to like be online when it opens, and then you have to
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like Coachella. For wellness junkies. Do you have any small like habits or tips you could offer for beginners who are starting to embark on their journey of wellness?
So like
short meditation,
like even if you're just doing 5-15 minutes per day, just to have that discipline, you know, to set the time. If it's, you know, and you should do it around the same time, like in the morning or like in the evening before you go to bed, or just because you program your mind and your body to look forward to that. So it's almost like your body knows, oh yeah, like in the morning, it's like brushing teeth. It's like in the morning, you know, okay, I'm going to do my meditation practice. So yeah, it's like programming your body and your mind to be ready for that, you know. And so yeah, I think you just start with like 5 minutes, even if that just means gathering your thoughts and just kind of like having a still moment before you start your day, you know. And then you can increase that, or breath work. You know, some people, they prefer breath work over meditation because it's like, it's more engaging, right? It's like you can focus on your breath, so then your mind doesn't like float around. Even if you do that, like 20 minutes of breath work, it's amazing.
I actually started doing Tai Chi recently.
Yeah,
and
perfect.
I quite enjoy it.
You enjoy it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a little bit of Tai Chi back in the day when I was doing martial arts. And back then it was very slow for me, so then I preferred like something faster, like martial arts. But it's very soothing, very, very soothing.
Definitely.
Especially because you have the mind and the body together.
Yeah.
It's like it's working together.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Yeah. I guess it's a bit like yoga where you have both.
Definitely. How do you just jumping ahead, like how do you foresee the wellness industry?
So I think that it's gonna come back even, you know, tenfold. I think a lot of people know, like in travel, I think a lot of people know that they need to make wellness part of it. And I think people are traveling to seek wellness nowadays, you know, especially because everybody's so stressed out. I think mental wellness has become a huge topic because everybody realizes like, okay, we need to, it's not just about the physical anymore. It's like we need to be mentally healthy and emotionally healthy, spiritually healthy. And so I think a lot of the hotels have you know, found ways to integrate that. And the retreats who were already offering wellness, I think they've just like deepened everything, and you know, it's become a lot more personalized, where you go to a retreat and everything's just so personalized for you. You know, like your program is just like perfect for you. You know, taking nutrition and everything into account. So I think people are really seeking that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and we already see that. You know, like parts of Europe are already back open, and people are going on these retreats. Yeah.
What would you say are the sort of key defining elements of wellness?
Well, it's such a broad term now.
Yeah.
And I guess wellness means something different
To everyone, exactly. And it's holistic too, right? It's not just...
For some people it's very holistic, for other people it's very physical, you know, like very fitness oriented. And and there's different entry levels for everybody.
Definitely.
And I guess everybody needs to find what fits, what works for them. Well, I think back in the day a lot of people would enter it through like fitness, and then they start discovering like more holistic stuff. I don't know how to answer that question.
No problem.
In one go.
Yeah.
It's just so broad. But I think with, you know, like, you know how there's like greenwashing, there's also wellness washing now. I think a lot of people maybe dabble in wellness and they think it's sort of, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like a lot of businesses nowadays that offer wellness, you know, like I saw a big coffee company the other day offering wellness, and it's sort of like everybody attaches that wellness term to everything now because it's hip, it's trendy. On the other hand, like I said, it's an entry level, you know, for a lot of people. So then even if you're having a coffee that is somehow connected to wellness, maybe that's part of someone's wellness journey where they're like, oh yeah, you know,
what is this?
What is that? And like maybe that's their way of discovering more on their wellness journey. So I think it's like part of me sometimes thinks it's being watered down, you know, and then on the other hand, I also feel like it's reaching more people, which is great, you know.
So in the future, if I want to go on a wellness retreat, I can go to Destination Deluxe, and you'll plan everything for me. Is that how it works?
At the moment, we're not offering that, but in the future, we will. Yeah.
Lovely. Well,
we will be offering retreats.
I look forward to everything that you guys have to offer in the future.
There's a lot of projects in the pipeline, which I can't talk about too much at the moment, but hopefully that platform will grow and expand, and we'll be offering a lot of new things.
Sounds exciting, because I think there's probably really an audience in Hong Kong and around the world.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much for sharing. Yes. It was great chatting with you. Thank you, Vivienne. Thank you everyone for watching this episode of CircleTalks. I hope you enjoyed my chat with Vivienne. If you like our content, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you, and see you next time. Bye.